Okay class, Assalamualaikum and good day. Right, so in this video, we will discuss about proposition 5. So this proposition, it is about construction method. Okay, so look at this proposition. Okay, so in this proposition, it says that if m is less than n are consecutive integers and m is even, then 4 divides m squared plus n squared minus 1. Okay, so as usual, you need to recognize or you need to identify for A and B, where A is our hypothesis and B is our conclusion. Okay, so based on this proposition, we identified that our hypothesis here is this one, which is m is less than n are consecutive integers and m is even. Okay, so conclusion here is 4 divides m squared plus n squared minus 1. Okay, so for analysis of proof, what we need to do here is, alright, so we need to construct a new statement that based on B. Okay, so which that based on B. So in B it says that 4 divides m squared plus n squared minus 1. So based on this, using construction method, where we need to use association quantifier, so the new statement must be started with there is. Okay, so that's why we have this statement, which is there is an integer p such that m squared plus n squared minus 1 equal to 4p. Okay, right, so this is about our conclusion, and using construction method, we need to use there is exists, or there is. Okay, so based on this statement, we need to identify three things. There are objects, certain property, and something happen. Okay, so based on this statement, we identified that our object here is integer p, and there is no certain property. So this is means that integer p or the object does not has any condition. Okay, so it can be any integer p. Okay, so something happened for this case is m squared plus n squared minus 1, which is equal to 4p. Okay, so for this one, even though it is based on B, so here you need to identify what the meaning of 4 divides m squared plus n squared minus 1. So that is why we have this something happen, which is m squared plus n squared minus 1 equal to 4p. So this is a definition for B. Alright. Okay, so based on this, our goal here is m squared plus n squared minus 1 equal to 4p, which is in B1 statement. So this is our goal. Alright. Okay, so since we have done in a backward process, then we go to the next process, which is about forward process. Okay, so in forward process, we need to focus on the A, which is m is less than n are consecutive integers. Okay, and m is even. Okay, so here we identified that m and n are consecutive integers. Okay, right, so in a new statement in a forward, which is A1, we have a there is exists, or there is an integer k such that m equal to 2k. Alright, so this is a definition for even integer. Okay, for even, which is any integer that multiply by 2, then we can say that the integer is even. Alright, so next in A2, so we state that n equal to m plus 1, and it is equal to 2k plus 1. So this is happened because m and n are consecutive integer. Alright, so in a new statement, it is stated in forward, which is A3, we have m squared plus n squared minus 1. So it is equivalent with m squared plus m plus 1 the whole thing to the power of 2 equal to 1, and we have 2m times m plus 1. Okay, 2m times m plus 1. So after we solve for this one, then we have this one, and it is also equivalent with 2 times 2k times 2k plus 1. Alright, so this one we have defined in A2. Alright, so in A4, we have m squared plus n squared minus 1, and it is equivalent with 8k squared plus 4k. 8k squared plus 4k, which is equivalent with 4 times 2k squared plus 1. Alright, so next in A5, we have m squared plus n squared minus 1 equal to 8k squared plus 4k plus equal to 4. It is equivalent with 4p, okay, where p here is 2k squared plus 1. Alright, so in A5, it is equivalent with statement in B1. Alright, so here our analysis of proof has been completed since we have reached our goal in B1. Alright. Okay, so next it is about condensed proof. So in a condensed proof, we have 3 elements. So must have a hypothesis, argument, and the last one here is our conclusion. Okay, so based on the analysis of proof, we have this condensed proof, which consists of this one. Based on hypothesis, there is an integer k such that m equal to 2k and n equal to m plus 1. It is equivalent with 2k plus 1. Alright, so the equation of m squared plus m squared minus 1, it is equivalent with m squared plus m plus 1 the whole 10 to the power of 2 minus 1. And it is equivalent with 2m times m plus 1. And it is also equivalent with 2 times 2k times 2k plus 1. Alright, so hence m squared plus n squared minus 1, it is equivalent with this one, which is 4 times 2k squared plus 1. So it is shown that m squared plus n squared minus 1 equal to 4p, where p equal to 2k squared plus 1. Okay, so this is a condensed proof for this proposition. Alright, so we have done about construction method. Alright, so let's do this exercise. Okay, so the first one, you need to use construction method to prove if n is an integer, then n squared is an integer. Alright, and number 2, write an analysis of proof that corresponds to the following statement. If s and t are rational numbers, then then s plus t is a rational number. Okay, so class, let's do this exercise and we will discuss in tutorial session. Class, that's all for today. Thank you and Assalamualaikum.